Well, right now at 6:30, people in Puerto Rico continue recovery after Hurricane Maria.
This morning, we'll tell you how National Guard members from our area are now helping.
Totally in for Tybee. I'll tell you how you can help Tybee Island residents and grab some good food today.
Covering Savannah, Hilton Head, Southeast Georgia, and the Low Country. This is WJCL 22 Morning News.
Good morning. Good to see you with us at 6:30. It's Wednesday, September 27th. I'm Nicole Baker.
And I'm Chris Tatum. We're getting to all that news in a moment. We need to talk about the weather first.
We do. Let's take you live outside this morning and check from Skyview 22. This is at the Homewood Suites on the river in downtown Savannah.
Standing by right now is meteorologist Jonathan Myers with that forecast. Hey, Jonathan.
Good morning, Chris and Nicole. Not a bad start this morning, seeing a little patchy fog in a couple of spots, but just like yesterday, overall, we're going to see a good deal of sunshine. Temperatures are starting out in the 70s and definitely will not feel like late September later this afternoon. Looking at that forecast as we start things out this morning, we are nice and dry, and that'll be the case not only today, but also for tomorrow as well. And summer-like temperatures today, how about the 90s and also 90s tomorrow, but if you like some cooler weather, we're going to get it by the upcoming weekend. Nice little cool down for Saturday and also for Sunday. Having that first cup of coffee this morning in Hilton Head, 77, close to 70 there in Statesboro, Savannah, 73 degrees. You can see plenty of sunshine for most spots for today, and the temperatures later this afternoon, many areas in the lower 90s later this afternoon. Now we are seeing clear skies in our area. Just some patchy clouds have been pushing through overnight last night. You can even see some showers, even a few lightning strikes there out of the Gulf Stream this morning. And there is Tropical Storm Maria, which throughout the daytime today and especially by tomorrow will continue to pull away from the outer banks of North Carolina. And temperatures in the 70s this morning, but look at that later this afternoon, 92 degrees. That is close to 10 degrees above our seasonal average later this afternoon. But like I said, some cooler temperatures are on the way, and I'll show you those cooler temperatures in the 7-day forecast in less than 10 minutes.
Well, you can take the forecast on the go with you when you download our free WJCL app. We'll be back with you in 10 minutes with another weather update.
Well, it's 6:33 right now, and frustration is growing this morning in Puerto Rico, where people are still without electricity and basic supplies after Hurricane Maria ripped the island. It's now been a week since that hurricane hit, and Puerto Rico's leaders say most people are now dealing with unbearable conditions.
It isn't the physical infrastructure devastation that we will handle and we will overcome. It is the pain and the sorrow of knowing that we couldn't get to somebody in time.
Well, about 3.5 million people live on Puerto Rico, and since Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, of course, that makes those people U.S. citizens. And President Trump plans to visit Puerto Rico next Tuesday to get a first-hand look at the damage done there by Hurricanes Irma and Maria. Now, Democrats have criticized the president's response to Puerto Rico, but the president says he'll actually wait until next week so he doesn't disrupt relief efforts already underway.
Well, members of the National Air National Guard headed to the areas affected by Maria, and our own Tori Simkovic spent the day with those soldiers as they prepare now for their mission. She has more on what they plan to do in that devastation zone.
Here in the Savannah Hilton Head International Airport, a staging area for Air Force crews headed to provide hurricane relief to Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. The International Guard has led 28 missions through the Caribbean from here in Savannah since last Tuesday. Crews are bringing meals ready to eat and water to the people so desperately in need. They drop those goods off at the airports of the disaster areas where guardsmen retrieve them and distribute them to citizens. Flights leave at all times of day and night, so these crews are working long hours, but they tell me they're eager to provide relief to the communities so desperately in need. Reporting in Savannah, I'm Tori Simkovic.
Tori, thank you. Well, those now Air National Guard members are also giving other U.S. hurricane relief workers a long overdue break. While they are in the Bahamas, many of those relief workers who arrived in the Bahamas shortly after the storm hit are resting at Savannah's 165th Airlift Wing. Now, once rested, though, they are ready to head out to help others affected by those recent hurricanes.
Everybody's morale is just outstanding. I mean, everybody knows that the people down in the affected areas really need the relief supplies. So the morale is high. This is what we're excited about doing. This is our mission. You know, we're always ready. We're always there. And we're running 24/7 operations, making sure that the relief supplies get down to where they're needed.
In all, more than 700 Air National Guard members are deployed to areas affected by Hurricanes Irma and Maria.
Well, there are different ways you can still help people impacted by those hurricanes. You can give to the relief efforts in Puerto Rico by visiting redcross.org. You can call 1-800-RED-CROSS, and you can make a quick $10 donation if you text Red Cross to 90999.
Well, as Tybee Island recovers from Tropical Storm Irma, people are getting a little help from some local restaurants. And WJCL's Carly McGuire is live right now at Tubby's in Thunderbolt with all those details. Good morning, Carly.
Well, there are definitely people on Tybee Island who still need help following Tropical Storm Irma. The island took a lot of damage from the storm. Many homes flooded, buildings damaged. So 2 local restaurants are stepping up to help. They're calling it Totally In for Tybee. Tubby's Tank House in Thunderbolt and Molly McGuire's on Johnny Mercer Boulevard are both hosting all-day fundraisers where you can come in, and proceeds of all the sales are going to go toward the United Way of the Coastal Empire to support people on Tybee who have lost so much because of the storm. And they're also accepting donations that you can bring into either restaurant all day, and those donations will go directly to Tybee Island residents. So 2 ways to help here. You can just bring by a donation, or you can have a great meal and have proceeds of that go to Tybee Island residents. And it's going to be a great day. There's going to be live music. The restaurant's going to be open. We've heard from Jonathan it's going to be a great day weather-wise, so plenty of time to stop by and come make a donation. Reporting live in Thunderbolt, Carly McGuire, WJCL 22 News.
Carly, thank you. By the way, both restaurants are open from 11 each morning to 10 each night. And for the very latest on local efforts to help people affected by both Irma and Maria, just head over to our website, WJCL.com.
6:37 now. President Trump's support wasn't enough for a current Alabama senator to win. Judge Roy Moore won the Republican primary runoff for that U.S. Senate seat. Moore was ousted twice for his stance against gay marriage and for publicly displaying the 10 Commandments. He's now facing off against Democratic Judge Doug Jones in the December special election.
This is a time for victory. It's a time to remember the struggles we've gone through, but it's also time to rededicate our lives to God and to the Constitution and to our country, to our families. Let's go again and make America great. Thank you. May God bless you.
Moore has support from a number of anti-establishment leaders, including former White House strategist Steve Bannon.
Well, the U.S. Senate is postponing its vote this week on a new health care bill meant to replace Obamacare. Senate leaders say right now they just don't have enough support to pass that bill. Several Republican senators refuse to back it, and most Democratic senators now say they are relieved.
Today, Americans breathe a sigh of relief because the health care of millions has been protected and preserved.
Health care bill the Senate has rejected this year.
Well, police this morning looking for the driver, whoever hit and killed an 18-year-old and then left the scene. Glenn County Police and Georgia State Patrol tell us the body of Tashara Colbreth was found on Highway 17 on September 16th. They're right now offering a $2,500 reward for anyone that can help them. So if you know anything, call Georgia State Patrol at the number there on your screen.
And Metro Police need your help this morning to identify the man they say robbed a Savannah business. These are surveillance pictures from inside the Walgreens store on Durin Avenue. Now, police say Sunday that man walked into the store, pointed a gun at the clerk, and demanded several items from the store. They say once the clerk met his demands, he left and nobody got hurt. But if you recognize that man or know anything about this armed robbery, call Crime Stoppers.
Well, across Georgia this morning, it's 6:40 on your Wednesday morning.
And of course, a big change in one Middle Eastern country in 5 minutes, where women are now about to be able to drive legally for the first time.
And later in the morning, Buzz, look at the celebrities helping in the effort to recover folks in Puerto Rico.
A nice start this morning. We are seeing some sunshine, getting just a little light outside, but get ready for a hot one later this afternoon. Temperatures well up into the 90s in some spots. In Beaufort today, you'll see temperature near 89 by 3. Details on the hot forecast and tracking the tropics next.